Okay, so this is going to be a simple one-episode flip. I actually believe I already have a buyer lined up for it, but it's an easy, just a typical claw game. I've never actually worked on claw games, but I've worked on very similar ones. If you catch my fucking Chuck E. Cheese operation game, that's basically the exact same situation as this machine here. Same axis, with a joystick and stuff. So this was a simple pickup. It was a quick Facebook Marketplace. Guy said, worked 8 years ago. Been in storage ever since. And it doesn't work now. I got it back. It wasn't working, just like the guy said. These are all toys that came with it. This was a private machine. The person said he had it since he was a kid. So these are all private machines. These aren't things you'd actually get in one of these. I don't think they might even be too big for this thing to even pick up. But we got the claw here. Everything's here. Kinda. We're missing some lights up here. I actually have one of the lights, but it fell off. So, and this one's starting cap's bad. Oh, apparently it's plugged in. I didn't realize that. Basically, this was a super easy fix. This was actually stuck. The light that was up top here, that one there, had fell and was jammed in this crate. So it wouldn't let this thing reset. So it wouldn't let it reset. So it wouldn't let you play the game. I fixed that. I was going through a few different things before I tested that. I was switching some relays around, and I pulled off these because sometimes these switches go bad. But we'll just add a coin. And see? I have control of the crane. Not going to win this because, it's a crane game. I'll actually show you guys how rigged these things are here in a bit. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to actually show you how rigged this thing is. Now, I actually do have the plexiglass for right there. It's right here. It broke off. So, we'll probably weld those plates back together somehow. Or glue them, one of the two. Now, before I sell the thing, I got to clean it up and get it all sparkly because it's probably going to go back into business. Most people don't like claw games for their home use, but they're pretty easy to put into a business. They work well, and people love these small ones because, for one, they fit through a single wide door, and they take up barely any space, and they're great money makers. First off, 2 belts are broken. Oh, nope, it's not going to let me do that unless I unplug it. One sec. Okay, so one thing, it's unplugged so I can move this. There should be a belt here and a belt here. There's one here on the other side. Same over here. But that's basically so both these rollers move together with that motor. One of the belts on each side's broken, so probably we'll just get a replacement belt. They shouldn't be too expensive. They're probably pretty generic. And then also I need to get new lighting. I'll probably just put some LED lighting in here, honestly. Oh, over here is the sticker. Ooh, I might have to turn off flash to be able to see that. It's a Hollywood crane merchandiser. Serial 2710W. Can't see the model, I put a sticker over it, but Hollywood made in USA. So basically I'm just going to be cleaning this thing up. One coin counter was used way more than the other. One's got 9,000, one's got 78,000. But it's working. I just got to get it cleaned up. Did do a little bit of cleaning on this front glass before I decided I might as well just record this and make a quick episode out of it. Already got a buyer lined up and everything, I believe. So this will be a real easy, quick flip. I got to replace the power cord as there's some bare wire showing, so I really shouldn't have it plugged in, but I do. Because I made sure none of them were bridging in the first place, but I'm just going to get this outside cleaned up really well, and then I'm going to take out all these toys, clean the inside really well, and then I'm going to show you how rigged these machines are. Okay, so I ran into an issue. I got the thing cleaned up, was playing with it for a little bit, and realized there's something majorly wrong. When you push this button, it doesn't drop it down the whole way. It'll drop it down a little bit if you just release the button. So you could technically just slowly lower it down until you get to exactly where you want, which obviously isn't how these are supposed to work. So I gotta go in here. I'm guessing that button's gonna be my issue, but because that's the button that senses when it's dropped down. So we're gonna look into that. That's a weird issue. And then also I realized there's no way to raise the price. It only costs $0.25. You can't adjust that. One thing I didn't mention earlier, I think it has a generic board in it. I don't think that's the original board. There's a few reasons, but mainly because the manual the person gave me does not match up to that whatsoever. So, and there's not really a board, it's all just a relay system. So, I'm going to have to look into it to see if there is a way to price change it. If not, I might be screwed. Luckily, the buyer I have lined up is looking for personal use, so hopefully they don't mind. But I'm going to have to look into that to see if I can change the price or if I am screwed. So that's interesting. Can't believe it would only be stuck on a quarter. But at least I'll go into how this thing is rigged for now. First off, the one potentiometer back there actually adjusts how strong this electromagnet is. I can adjust it to not even move at all, being extremely tight. So, you know, operators can adjust how hard this thing grips. And then second, if I loosen this screw here and this screw here, I can raise this little piece up and adjust how far this thing will close. So I can adjust it to only close like that much. So I can make it literally impossible to win certain prizes. If I have something in a little box here, a brand new iPhone X, you gotta get the iPhone box, I can make it close just a little bit too large to even ever pick that up. So you can rig these things to make it impossible to win certain prizes. Also, I think I need a plastic cylinder replaced in this thing. It's really sticky. But yeah, these things are completely rigged. Okay, so it's basically done. I need to get the correct lights, as these are very much not the right voltage lights, as this one already blew. So I'll take this one out then later and put the correct voltage ones in after I figure what that is. And then also I need to put a lock down here. I need to reconnect the switch for this side. This side switch is disconnected because one of the pins broke, so I got to replace the pin with a little plug. I need to replace the power cord, as I'm not going to sell a power cord that's like that. But I'll show you what I did. I ended up figuring out why the claw wasn't working properly. One of the relays was bad, so I swapped the relay. Also, I need to oil this thing, and I guess rebuild the claw, because sometimes it likes to get stuck closed when it should be open. I put two brand new LED lights in here. That is plenty bright. You can see me. Yeah, two brand new LED lights. They'll be much better on energy than the two fluorescents, and they create enough light I really don't need the third. Plus, I don't think I could fit a third where it originally would have went. But it creates plenty of light to see the prizes. So I'm just gonna play a quick round, and to show you how rigged this game is, this is on maximum claw force. Like maximum close distance, maximum claw force. See if I can actually get it first try. Nope. Close. See, even with maximum claw force, I'm gonna grab another quarter. Oh yeah, and I found $3 worth of coins inside of it, so that was pretty nice. Let's try that again. Apparently the head is not a great thing to go for. We're just gonna go straight over the body. Close. Okay, so I took the claw apart. I was right, it did not have as much power as it did before, and even though it was on max power. So, I took the magnetic cylinder apart and found that it was completely like a little ring of basically cardboard looking like stuff, or some type of wax cardboard type stuff that protects the cylinders from metal on metal contact. Well, that turned to absolute dust and was just flaking apart and jamming the thing. So that just kind of all flaked out of there. So I'm going to have to figure out what I can do to replace that. But, you know, it moves nice. Now there's nothing jamming it. But now I'm going to have to find something to replace that stuff. I'm going to do some research, see what I can replace it as. I don't want to, and it probably won't. But, like, looked awfully like fucking cereal box cardboard. Though I'll probably guarantee it isn't. But I'll do some research. I'm going to guess it's some type of waxy stuff to kind of lubricate it a little bit. And it's done. That was a quick weekend build. New lights are in. The new lock is down in the bottom half because it was missing. The wall's been rebuilt. What I ended up using for the cardboard piece in there, well, actually, kind of surprising. And it worked way better than I ever expected. So I was looking at it. Awfully looks like a piece of cardboard from, like, a cereal box. So I'm like, yeah, what's the worst that can happen? So, took a piece of cardboard from a cereal box. It works perfectly. Now, the real question is, how much did I make on this game? Well, the private party that was interested in it sadly ended up not being interested in it. But I listed it on Facebook, and it sold the very next day. So apparently I might have listed it a little bit too low. But the initial purchase price was $100, and after parts, I had about 120 in it, and I sold it a few days later for $400. So not a terrible profit for a very quick flip. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm back. I no longer have the claw attached. I now have the claw right here. Basically, I was right. It did not have as much power before, even though it was on the max power. That's... fuck. Oh my fucking god. How many goddamn times can I fucking drop this thing? Oh, that finally fully broke off. Fuck. More work. Soldering that back on.